Welcome to the Ratchet Ramblings podcast presented to you by the CSPN. I am one third of your host, Jeremy, aka Black Dante on Twitter, aka Black Panther, aka Y'all Niggas is Wildin', aka Don't Be Weird on Al Green's Internet. And as usual, I'm joined by my friend and the real reason that y'all tune into this goddamn podcast.
Hey, we back. It's your girl Candace, aka London and Mommy. There's London,
Right on
aka
cue.
Goddamn, I'm glad we made it to the weekend. Formerly known as Intense Desire. And we actually have a lot to cover today. I'm excited.
This is
Um
true.
it's 70 degrees in Denver. Know that.
All right. Right
Okay.
now it is a smooth 62 here in Atlanta, Georgia. Uh,
Nice. That's hoodie weather. Yes.
right. Yes.
Unicorn.
Yes. And this is a Saturday. We're recording on a Saturday. We usually record on Fridays, but like Candace said, it's been a week. Niggas needed a mental health day, but we are here. We bike, and we are ready to talk about this week in reality TV because a lot happened. And also, I got a small, slight rant about my dumbass state. But but let me pay the bills right quick. You are listening to a CSPN Media podcast presentation. You can go to our website, cspn.us, and click that podcast tab and listen to every episode of Ratchet Ramblings under the Ratchet Ramblings tab. We appreciate everybody that listens to old shows. We appreciate everybody that participates with us when we live tweet. I know we've been kind of slipping with that. We apologize, but shit be happening. um, but we appreciate everybody that uses the hashtag, and we also appreciate everybody that supports us and as well as the CSPN network as a whole. And a big way to do that is to go to that Keep Our Podcast Free tab and shop with all of our many sponsors. And every purchase that you make through our website with our sponsors, it will give Classic a portion of the proceeds. Our CEO and boss man, and that keeps the lights on and bandwidth and all that CEO shit that Classic be doing. I don't know what the hell Classic be doing, but he makes it possible for all of our shows on the network to be free, and also makes it free for you, the listener, so you won't have to pay to listen to my country ass sound like a fighter jet built from scratch. So yeah, thank you
Sound
to
like
everybody.
on the fat back with some cornbread.
All right, all right.
I remember the first time I heard Jeremy voice. I was not ready. First of all, at this point, you've all seen the picture of Jeremy, and handsome young man as he may be, Jeremy does not look like he should have this voice. Like when I hear Jeremy voice, I always think of some real like a nigga that's like 6'3", 357 pounds and 7 ounces with with a with a bald head and like bad tattoos or something. So
So a Q basically.
yeah. I ain't gonna say it. I was gonna say a brand, but I ain't gonna be disrespectful. Great minds, friend. Great minds. We're doing amazing.
Thank you so
Um,
much. Your support means everything.
but in the grand scheme of things, Jeremy has a radio voice, like, and that is awesome. Like, Jeremy has to keep podcasting no matter what becomes of any of the shows. He has to keep doing it because he has one of those perfect voices for podcasting. And so, yeah, did
Well,
we?
I appreciate that, friend. I do. Thank you so much. Your support means everything. but but yes. So with that said, so we gonna provide entertainment for y'all. But first, I gotta drag my stupid ass state real quick. So as y'all probably have known, with the recent mass shootings, especially this last one, I forget the place. I'll blame it on my head, not my heart. Um, yes. There's been a lot of pressure on the NRA because they be full of shit. and rightfully so. And so one of the companies, a lot of companies have been pulling their support of the NRA or just cutting ties or whatever. And one of them is Delta. And as y'all know, I live here in Atlanta. Delta's hub is here in Atlanta. And Delta is one of the main sources of income for the state, for Atlanta and then for the state, because it ain't but as Atlanta's economy goes, Georgia's economy goes, because it ain't shit here but Atlanta, maybe Savannah, maybe. But other than that, if Atlanta's economy is doing good, Georgia's economy is doing good, and Delta provides a lot of business and a lot of jobs and all that good stuff. Like I said, just a lot of revenue for the state, and so all stupid ass lawmakers tried to pull some Debo shit, saying that with Delta cutting ties with the NRA, they would start taxing them or whatever. And a lot of people on social media, Twitter stuff, a lot of Georgia, Atlanta residents in general, very upset, and rightfully so, because this just goes to show you how full of shit and how much these um, so-called elected officials in our government really just don't give a fuck about people and about the issues like they claim they do. Because how the fuck are you yes, London, yes. How the fuck are you gonna tax a company, punish a company from pulling support of people that are like, hey, we don't need these fucking guns. These guns are it's long overdue that we have sensible gun control, and the NRA is a big part and a big obstacle in that process of having sensible gun control, so we don't have these goddamn mass shootings like this. I'm like, we are like, what, the U.S. is, I think, like leads the world in like mass shootings and shit for a civilized, for like not being a third world country or whatever. It makes no fucking sense. So all stupid ass lawmakers did in fact pass some shit and are gonna tax Delta, but Delta's, I think one of Delta's CEOs or something, he was like, yeah, we really don't give a fuck. We still gonna stay here in Atlanta, in Georgia, and continue our business operations. Like, bitch, it's like how JoJo told Veronica Vega, like, bitch, I'm a millionaire. Like, tax me if you want.
It's like your little taxes on $1 billion company. Okay,
right,
girl. Okay.
Right, exactly.
Well, congratulations, big whoop. Do you feel better about yourself? And the NRA will still not reap the benefits of Delta. So,
exactly.
like, what's next? And the crazy part is, it's so many big airports that Delta can move to, and for Atlanta lawmakers to be putting in jeopardy the welfare and the job security of the working class, that shit is ridiculous.
Exactly. It is fucking ridiculous. And because of course, I think Atlanta is blue, but Georgia as a whole is red as fuck and has always been red as fuck and probably is going to stay red as fuck, which is sad. But it just goes to show you how the lengths that these people will go for their own agendas and their own interests. Like, you're gonna punish the economy of the whole state because they want to Delta want it's like, oh yeah, the NRA trash. So let's just move with some discernment and cut ties with their ass because they wilding and they are impeding one of the big obstacles, impeding getting some goddamn common sense with these fucking gun control laws and shit. So I just had to drag my state and these stupid ass Republican ass lawmakers. Girl, fuck you. So that's that on that.
Hey, yeah. I listen. What I knew after Sandy Hook that white people did not care about the bloodshed of their own kids.
Right.
And that's when I was like, okay, we ain't gonna never get the gun control that we truly need.
Right.
Because white people don't care about their own dying.
Right. We damn sure know that they don't care about little black and brown kids dying. So.
And sadly, it's like corporations, they stuck in a hard spot because, as you see, Delta's in a hard spot because Delta could have one, they could have been like, okay, we don't care. They showed they care about gun control and the lives of innocent people, and they made some changes, and they being penalized for it. And it's like, wow, this is what we do to companies, big corporations, when they speak up and care about the common person.
Right. Right.
Y'all trash. Matter of fact, I was gonna get truly trash of the week to somebody else, but the legislation and the lawmakers in Georgia, y'all get truly trash of the week. Y'all care more about gun rights and gun control than the lives of our children and such. So fuck you, and fuck what you stand for.
Agreed. Agreed. So with that said, let's get into reality TV. We have a lot to cover. Where do you want to start? It don't matter. It really don't.
Let's go to Bravo first. Because we just got two shows to cover for there, Married to Medicine and Real Housewives of Atlanta. And Married to Medicine had its finale yesterday. That's the good part about recording on Saturday. We can actually discuss what happened this week and don't have to drag it out till next week. We can actually start being prepared for the reunion.
3 parts of that.
A 3-part reunion. I like what they gonna do with the bringing the men in separately.
Yeah.
Since we on Married to Medicine, we might as well go on. Let me tell you. This for the whole cast. Y'all is some performative ass niggas, and I see what you're doing. So when I watched it, and when Dr. Eugene was like, y'all acting like some boop boop, because they bleeped the shit out or whatever. And when I found out that he called them nothing more than some niggas, which they was acting like,
see,
y'all was acting like some niggas. I thought Dr. Eugene had called them some bitches. He called them niggas. And they was acting like niggas. And when you act like a nigga, you get called a nigga.
You gonna call them thugs? Just go ahead and call them niggas. Like I thought it was way worse than that because I had to catch up on like 2 weeks and some shit, and I too thought he had called them bitches or something worse. He called them niggas after they was indeed acting like niggas, and I had confusion. I legit I'm like, what was it? Like what was it about being called niggas that set y'all in such a
I'm so mad at how they performed about being called niggas. Like they seriously was acting like they never heard the word before. The only person that probably has never heard the word, doesn't use the word often in speaking and such, it's probably Dr. Aiden, Mariah's husband, because he's of a completely different culture and race himself.
But the rest of them some niggas.
The rest of them some niggas. The rest of them is from the hood. The rest of them grew up poor, which is why they revere being doctors so highly.
Right.
Dr. Eugene from the hood, Mariah from the hood, Quad from the hood. Her name is Quad, for God's sakes.
Right. A nigga named Quad was upset that she got called a nigga. Like, help me understand. Like, yeah, I am confusion. Yeah, but yeah, that was some performative shit. That was I was so disappointed. I'm thinking Dr. Eugene called them everything but a child of God. This nigga called them some niggas. Okay, all right. That's some. You know what they turned into? Blabbity blacks.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck happened. They
Pretty
turned
much.
into blabbity blacks. So, but in that, speaking of Dr. Eugene, I'm not gonna lie, I like Dr. Eugene. I do. Cause that nigga That nigga told Dr. Heavily, I ain't got the. I can say what the fuck I want to say. Ain't that what you do? Yeah.
Exactly.
Dr. Heavily. I, mm, mm.
It's annoying.
She don't need to plan. She don't need to plan nothing a day in her damn life because everything that she try to throw together just end and fall apart in failure. And I just want her to stop. Just leave us alone, please. From the bottom of a country nigga's heart, just leave us alone, Dr. Heavenly.
Please.
You are a good husband to Damon. You are shit at everything else. Well,
Yeah,
except for your profession. You are good in your profession and you're a good husband to Damon. You are shit at everything else. Just stop.
that's it. So the reports are saying that Dr. Greg and Quad are filing for divorce.
Mm,
I haven't heard anything else about Dr. Simone and Cecil, but Dr. Simone, let me tell you something. This season, Dr. Simone was very unlikable.
yeah.
She was a bitch the whole season. And
Mm,
she appears to be a bitch in the previews of the reunion. Talking
yeah.
about Cecil is full of shit. Baby, you living in a whole house away from your family, your husband, and your kids, and you don't understand why he might feel neglected as a spouse.
Right. Everything like everything about this season about Dr. Simone, like it just annoys me. Like I'm about to like her the way she been moving, how messy she been, how bitchy she been, her voice, like her cadence, like I'm getting like how Lexi get when we talking about Kim. Like just everything about Dr. Simone this season has just been like, why are you
She, you know what really pissed me off? She, when her and Quad sat down and had that talk, Quad told her, I don't have a problem with you coming to me about anything. I had a problem about the way you came at me, getting in my face, yelling at me.
right?
You don't have a right to talk to me like that. She act like Quad was dead wrong.
Like when and not only like that, and when like whenever Cecil do that shit to you, you raise hell and Cain and shut him down. So it's like,
And start
but
crying.
and start crying. But it's like Quad can't demand the same like respect. Like
You
Simone.
Dr. Simone dead ass had a breakdown talking about Cecil is being mean to me.
So that sounded like Miss. So that sounded like Miss Seeley. Like the Simone girl. What you doing? Like what is? But yeah, she was trash for that. Like she did that thing where it's like some excuse me, somebody is dead wrong, but they want when you confront them about it, they want to deflect and talk about everything but them being wrong.
Correct.
Yeah, they want to shift it to you as like on some look like manipulation shit. Like, oh, Dr. Simone, you was wrong. You don't have the right to talk to me like that. Do I have a right to talk to you like that? I don't see what the big deal is. I'm like, girl, okay,
Yeah.
all right,
If I tell you I don't appreciate you yelling in my face, I don't appreciate you yelling in my goddamn face. And you not gonna fight me on that. You can have a conversation with me without doing all that extra shit, especially when, like you said, you don't like all that extra shit done to you.
all right.
So for
When you
real,
do the clownery,
I think Dr. Simone is the douchebag of the season. Like
yeah,
every time there was some drama, she was in the middle of it.
right, and that's saying something because Mariah there.
Yeah, Mariah is there. Um, Good for Dr. Jackie and Curtis. I
Yes,
mean, you gotta sleep downstairs in the bedroom till you get your pussy privileges back. That's a small price to pay after you got caught cheating and embarrassed your wife all over the internet and the news and the this and the that. All your friends and all her friends and her business, her patients talking to her about her being cheated on and shit. So you not being able to sleep upstairs, I feel like it's a small price to pay, and
Yeah.
life will go on till you get
Yeah.
your pussy privileges back.
Yeah, just walk it off. Just walk it off.
Yeah, you'll be all right. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Dr. Simone and Dr. Cecil's son, who probably had started college by the time this aired, but in the show he graduated and is headed to Howard. Was headed to Howard University.
And in true nigga fashion, was wearing his gown way after the ceremony.
Which is how I know that they understand about niggas, because he going to Howard.
Exactly. Right. What is more niggerific than Howard? Like, what do you? That shit was so
What's
goddamn.
More black than DC.
Right.
So yeah, that was that. So listen, Toya and Eugene, y'all finished paying off y'all taxes, then turned around and had in the black party, then turned around and got mad at Quad for joking about y'all tax issues, then turned around and talking about you sensitive about the subject. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you one thing. I tell you something. If you can go have a whole ass party that costs money after you just get finished getting your taxes together, you could take a joke about them weak ass taxes that you was able to pay off. Walk that shit off, okay? Good Lord.
You'll be all right. You will be you will live. You will live and you will be just fine. You'll be just fine.
I'm also tired of that group trying to force Quad to talk about her marital problems. First, like, in what? Let me say this. Let's be completely honest. In what world outside of reality TV do people sit up and discuss all their marriage problems just all the time in public places in front of everybody, and when you're supposed to be celebrating something else? Like, why would I want to have a conversation about my falling apart ass marriage at a party?
Right. Also, not only that, why would I want to have a conversation about my falling apart marriage with some of you women who, like, in the, like, since bringing it full circle back, like, why would I want to have a conversation about my marriage in front of Dr. Simone, who was just disrespecting me and yelling all in my face and talking to me all kind of crazy? Like, huh?
And Mariah, who done told all my business in the past.
Right, right. Like, good to hell, look, everybody. Like, Quad, I think, honestly, in my opinion, I think Quad has behaved very well this season, considering, because with some of this shit, Quad better than me, because I would have said you could kiss my ass. That's why I wasn't necessarily mad. That when she was unbothered when Dr. Heavenly was pouring her heart out and shit, because I'm like, because like me and Curtis said, it's Dr. Heavenly. Like, I get it, it's insensitive, but at the same time, it's Dr. Heavenly. Like, this is the same person that can't stop talking about Mariah Mama. So I'm like, I mean, it ain't right, but I understand.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, I think Quad has been considering, I ain't never seen two people that don't need to fucking be together more than I have seen Quad and goddamn Greg.
Yeah, they at a whole crossroads.
Right. They are two people that is some people that just do not need to be together. And they two people, because my God. So since we're here, so we have said on this show that Quad does have her ways, which she does. And there are certain things that she wanted from Dr. Greg, which was kind of like, we side-eyed her a little bit, like when she was like, you need to do the more masculine things around the house and shit. And it's like, Quad, you kind of lost me a little bit there, girl. I mean, but at the same time, Dr. Greg acting like Quad doesn't do for him is trash. And shout out to Bravo for pulling the receipts, and for Quad, not only for Quad telling her receipts, and also for I mean not VH1, Bravo for showing the receipts. So everything that Greg says Quad doesn't do for him, he does. And the
Yeah.
only thing Quad won't really, um, in general, I think, is just for him to be more romantic. Like I think you said it last week. And this nigga whole issue, more or less, when you break it down to it, is Quad don't want to have children. Well, Greg,
Yeah.
one, if you wanted to have children, you could have had children before you met Quad. And then two, why the fuck would Quad want to have your children when you are a motherfucker to her sans children? I can't imagine how much when you already an asshole to your wife before she had your child. I can't imagine what type of nigga you gonna be after she had the child. Like, I listen, help me understand. Seriously, because I do not get it. I do not get Dr. Greg. I don't get it.
You, so I didn't know Dr. Greg was as old as he is. He's 50. Quad is 36. Um, as much as women like to talk about sugar daddies and older men this and older men that, this is you are seeing the pitfalls of being with someone older, because when an older man is ready to do certain things and that younger woman is not, all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, because he's stuck in
Dr.
his way.
Dr. Greg should have had children far before he hit 50.
Mm-hmm.
Probably far before he even got with Quad. Because when he got with Quad, that's saying a lot too. When he got with Quad, she was 32. She was still pretty young. And he was in his mid 40s still.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty old to be starting to have children.
Right.
Like, I'm not even being funny, but one of my coworkers is 40 and he has a 2-3 year old, and he said they're done having children. He's not having children going into his mid 40s. He and his
Right.
wife are finished. They're not having any kids that late.
Right. Telling a little bit of my family business. My dad, my parent, I was a accident baby because my mother, God rest her soul, she had a miscarriage. She was pregnant before I was born, but she had a miscarriage, and the doctors told her and my father that y'all pretty much probably aren't gonna have any children anymore. And like my both my parents were like 40 plus at the time of this. So my ass popped up years later. I was a fucking accident, and so and after that, they definitely didn't have no more damn children. So like the challenge it is to have kids that late is Dr. Greg, like he want children, but I don't think he was smart and like either taking steps to have children before he got recorded, before he got that old, or thinking about it after, because he not even thinking about the strain it will put on Quad's body to have kids either. Like that's what I'm saying. Like he just so hell bent on focus on like give me a baby, give me a baby. Well, on top of Quad doing wanting other things like her career and stuff like that, the strain it might put on her body. Like he not taking any of that into consideration.
None. No consideration whatsoever. The crazy part is that Quad is 36 now. 36 is pretty late to start having kids.
Right.
You know, at 36 they recommend you to be finishing up having kids. Like,
Exactly.
hey, if you're gonna have some, get them and get out. And the older women get, the more likely it is they'll have twins, triplets, and all this kind of weird shit. And so her is, if she doesn't, it's okay to not want kids, especially it's okay to not want kids in a marriage where you guys are spending a lot of time not seeing eye to eye, and that is we've seen for years now. Dr. Greg and Quad don't see eye to eye about a lot of things, and Dr. Greg is a misogynist pig. Let me say that he really and truly believes Quad's sole purpose is to wait on him hand and foot.
Mm-hmm.
And he feels like she don't fulfill her wifely duties. Well, Quad is putting out a cookbook, so if we don't know shit else, we know that Quad cooks. Quad hate for trash to be in the house, so if we don't know nothing else, we know that Quad keep a clean house.
Right.
Quad having sex with you.
Because
sex with a 50-year-old man make my stomach hurt.
Cause I get it from Dr. Greg point of view. I don't get it from Quad point of view. But you know, that can be said with a lot of these dynamics on reality TV.
Mm-hmm. So for him, you know, and when he was opening up his own practice and such, we saw Quad do a lot of the leg work for that as well. So it's like, what exactly is Quad not giving you? Because she's doing everything, and what she's not giving you is a baby.
All right. And even then, like, shit, you can adopt. Like, I don't understand. Like,
you doing everything in the world to make that girl feel like shit for not giving you a child, but you don't even make her feel loved enough to give you a child.
Right. Exactly. And I think Quad. Now, one thing I will say about Quad, I don't think she articulates her feelings clearly sometimes. I will say that. But at the same time, like, she doesn't articulate exactly how she feeling because she got so much going on at one time. But at the same time, Dr. Greg don't try to understand either because, like I said, he's like an archaic, misogynistic ass nigga. So it's like when you got one person that can't quite articulate themselves, and then somebody that don't try to understand at all, it's a recipe for a fucking disaster.
Correct. Yeah, so I'm actually looking forward to the reunion because I think it's gonna give us theater.
Yeah, because I think it was Mariah, but Quad got up ready to fight, and I think it was Mariah.
Yeah.
Which of course it will be fucking Mariah. She just.
Yep. So.
I think that's it. Oh, Dr. Contessa.
Oh God. I find her to be supremely annoying, and that's my take on that. And what's so crazy to me is that hey, you getting your diaper changed. That yes, you are. Yes, thank you. Thumbs up. She could have hired another nanny. She spent all season crying about Donnell Jones' mama, and she just could have hired another nanny.
Yeah, like I get it, but at the same time, yeah, I'm kind of I think she could have just hired another nanny and then vetted. Like, she could have vetted a nanny, like, and not have make it another situation with the previous one where it's like she get too familiar and shit and start wilding.
Yeah, she brought that herself.
Yeah, so good look. Dr. Contessa is annoying, but I still enjoy her more than some of the other women on the cast.
I like her more than Mariah and Heavenly.
Yeah. And even Toya at times, because Toya get on my goddamn nerves. Fine as she is, she get on my goddamn nerves.
She not even that fine to me. She look like her breath smell like mothballs. She just look like she got body odor or something. But she got a fat ass. That's what that is.
Like her breath smell like loose cigarettes?
Yeah, she just thick as day old grits.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the reunion at the table that they're going when Andy sit down with the husbands. I think that's gonna be VV interesting.
Yeah.
VV interesting.
Very
But yeah, so I think that's
interesting.
yeah. I think that's it for Married to Medicine. So Real Housewives.
Oh, woo! That's how I felt about Housewives. Let me tell you something. First off, I kind of like Eva's addition to the show. She's a sweetheart.
Yes.
She really seems to just want to get to know the girls and such. Like, she could have kept mess going with Cynthia and that whole dude she was dating and shit. But she didn't. She said her piece and she left it alone.
Right. She was like, girl, I saw something and it looked kind of shady, but my bad. So, like, what is for lunch? Like,
that was pretty much the gist of it. So I like Eva's addition to the show. First off, last week I said that Nene kind of brought that dragon she got from Kim on herself because she won't leave Kim the fuck alone. You can't say you don't have beef with nobody and you constantly dragging them every time their name brought up. If I don't have no words for you, I just don't have no words for you. And when your name is brought up, I'm not going to join in the conversation. That's how I feel Nene should be carrying anything related to Kim. Because you say you don't have nothing to say to Kim and this, that, and the third, but every time Kim name come up, you dragging her for filth. You talking about her kids. You talking about her husband. One thing I can say about Kim, when Kim dragged Nene, she dragged Nene.
Yeah.
She don't bring up Greg. She don't bring up Nene kids. She leave it where it's at.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can say. She keeps a focused target, and that target has a big ass nose.
So, but the girls made a good point this last Sunday, and they were saying it feels like Kim was gathering intel on Nene for a moment like this. And that she had no business allowing her daughter to jump into it. And I agree wholeheartedly. However,
because it's go ahead.
However, it's not Sheree, Portia, or nobody else damn job to tell Kim she was wrong. Common sense should tell Kim she wrong. Kim knows she wrong. Kim didn't care. After all Nene, she was told Nene said about her on the trip that she's not attending, Kim went for guts and glory. And Portia also made a good point. She said 1 minute Nene and Kim fighting each other, the next minute they like best friends. What purpose do we have for getting in the middle of that?
Dude, now you know it's bad when Portia makes some damn sense.
Yes.
That's how you know you got to get your house in order when Portia Williams is making fucking sense.
Correct.
But I agree. Oh,
and them wasn't roaches. I don't know what the fuck they was, but they wasn't roaches.
Some damn water buzz. I'm from the country. I know water buzz when I see it.
Because it's a difference between the roach and the water bug, right?
Yeah, it's a difference. Trust me, it is a difference. But yeah, I think like at this point, it's kind of like Spider-Man at this point with Nene and Kim, and it's just like both of y'all need to sit y'all old messy asses down because y'all too old to be wilding like this.
Yep.
So I ain't got it. Like at this point, it's like who wants to be the biggest messy bitch? Like I just like that's all I got.
Old messy hoes.
Right. That's I ain't got it, fam. I ain't got it.
I don't got it. Don't got it. That was that's what I agree. It's literally like they vying for the messiest bitch on the yard.
Right, and it's like, but y'all both too old for this shit. Like, what you doing?
Some 50-year-old bitches arguing over nothing.
Right. One got bad wigs, the other one knows look like a fire hydrant. So help me understand.
With bad wigs.
Right, that's true.
Cause
Who
it's like, I ain't got
who
no beef with Kim. I ain't got no beef with Kim. Here Kim name. Oh, that bitch ugly. Her husband got butt implants. Her daughter trash. Her baby's this. Her daddy that. Her this, that. Like, how you don't got no beef with Kim, bitch? You always talking shit about her. I don't
somebody
talk
lying.
about people I don't got beef with.
Somebody lying.
Yeah, somebody telling a whole ass lie. And it's Nene ass. You got some beef with Kim. You always talking shit about Kim.
Speaking of talking shit, so I want to know why Marlo is still with us.
I know why I know why Marlo is with us. I almost called that whole Mardo. I know why Marlo is with us because Kenya is not. Kenya has chosen to go be a newlywed and try to have a baby and such, and we left with Marlo. Truthfully,
That's how you. That's how you know Kenya.
drama.
That's how you know Kenya really hate us though, because she left and gonna replace and give us Marlo. That's how you. That's how you know Kenya Kenya hate us.
Yeah, that's how you know Kenya don't have no words for us because we are left with Marlo. So,
Hey, look. Kenya like, oh, y'all don't think I'm married? Well, here's y'all punishment. Here y'all go. Y'all got to deal with Marlo. Like, god damn it.
Marlo has spent this whole trip antagonizing people, and it's kind of it's annoying.
Yeah.
It's annoying. Yeah. First it was Candy. Oh, Candy, you dry. Candy, you need my etiquette class. How did Candy need etiquette class from a scammer?
Imagine a scammer trying to teach etiquette in this economy. Imagine.
You don't sex your ass down some goddamn where.
Right. You go dress like the bad lady.
Then after Candy is Portia. And here's the thing. Portia has now I'm on Portia's side. Portia has apologized to Candy numerous times. Portia has apologized for the situation. Y'all still hanging with Portia. Let it go. If y'all still got an issue with the whole Phaedra Portia shit, stop inviting Portia to shit. Stop going to shit Portia has. And she right. Like the way Cynthia brought it up, it's no correlation. Like you bringing this up because you can't handle somebody telling you about this old milk dud head ass nigga you was dating.
Yeah, that's why when we talked about it initially, I was like, Cynthia had a point, but it's like it didn't really correlate, and then two, if you act at your age, then when I'm about to have to tell you about your nigga that really ain't your nigga. So it's like,
listen. We on the same page here this week. I see we all on about our eye to eye shit because
we are doing amazing, friend.
This wouldn't even be a thing if Cynthia had even just a little bit of common sense.
You know what it is? Cynthia treated that shit like, you know how somebody like they'll like right after a breakup and like they say they gonna enjoy their best life and live their best life and be single and shit, and then the first person that they meet, they fall in love with them or try to have a serious thing. That's what the fuck Cynthia did with this Will nigga. That's exactly what the fuck she did.
And it came back to bite her in the face.
When you do the clownery.
The clownery
comes back to bite. So you mad because instead of living your best single life, which you said you was gonna do,
you got dickmatized.
You got dick, and y'all you ain't even seen the dick yet. According to her, y'all was just friends, but shit, we couldn't tell. We couldn't tell.
You definitely acted like y'all broke up and y'all wasn't together.
Right. And so Portia, like, okay, on the one hand, I get it. like maybe she overstepped her boundaries a tad, but at the same time, you asked for the information. So it's like you told her, like, if you know something about this nigga, tell me. So now you tell some, she tell it. Now you're mad. Now you're bringing up the situation with her and Candy, which listen to me. I can tell, and Candy has said multiple times, like her and Portia never gonna be cool again, and rightfully so. But she has made it clear, like I might not am ever gonna fuck with her like that, but I'm gonna keep it cordial and not make it a big issue among the group in public settings, like when we all hanging out and shit. So it goes back to your point of what you were saying the first time about everybody like keep bringing it up, and also how Cynthia brought it up. It's like you brought up some, because as a matter of fact, wait a few episodes, not a few episodes, but when they did that damn elephant room shit from speaking of, Nene and Dr. Heavenly got the same mindset for hosting events and shit, because them shits don't never go right. But
they should be trash.
They should be trash. But they brought it up, Nene brought it up then. It's like y'all can't make up y'all mind whether y'all want to exile Portia. And here's the thing, like if y'all decided to, I'm not saying y'all will be wrong for it. But if you're gonna keep inviting the girl, and the person that was affected by the most is like, yeah, I ain't gonna fuck with her, but I ain't gonna make a big splash about it. Just know that it's cordial, but I'm just never gonna be cool with her like that again. Then everybody else, like y'all gotta just kind of shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's like they want to bring this shit up, and Candy be sitting there looking like, why is y'all discussing this shit again?
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, Cynthia bringing that shit up kind of like as the big joker was like, well, sis, beloved, we have all established that Portia is more or less a dumb blonde, but you right there with her, so.
And you older than her, so
it's actually worse on your part.
It is much worse on your part. You are trying to do the most with the least, and we not here for it. Thank you so much, and goodbye.
Right, your support does not mean everything at this moment.
So Portia and Marlo getting into it. First of all, let me say this. I kept rewinding the shit back. Portia did not put that damn fan in Marlo's face. Okay.
We have established this.
Marlo took it upon herself to get in Portia's face while she was using her fan, and then got mad.
Mm-hmm.
However, I am very proud of Portia for taking her ass back to Atlanta. Because here's the thing. They love to paint Portia as the aggressor and the this and the that and the third. And Portia ain't mess with that girl.
Portia dumb, but she ain't the aggressor. Like if we're gonna talk about Portia, be accurate. Like saying she dumb, yes. Saying she the aggressor and shit, no.
Portia, first off, Portia doesn't have any kids. Portia and Kim just became cool.
Right.
There is absolutely no reason for Portia to go have no talks with Kim pertaining to her child and that shit she did with Nene. Sheree and Kim been friends for a long fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
Portia and Kim have not. So no, there's absolutely no reason for Portia to dip her toe in that situation. Mm-hmm. No, I absolutely agree with Portia. Yes, I think it's wrong. No, I'm not getting into it. And the other part, like she said, is Nene and Kim gonna be friends next week.
Mm-hmm. Like we have been waiting for Portia to use some common sense and discernment for the longest,
and we got it.
You know what, Portia, sweetie, this week you are doing amazing.
We got it finally.
Yes, because we have been saying like you're a little bit dumb, but you're pretty, you're fine. We just seeing you on our TV screen. You just need to use a little bit more discernment, sweetie, and you'll be A-okay. And goddamn it, she used it.
She used it, and then they got mad at her for using it.
So right. Yo, I don't get that. How y'all get mad at her for doing the thing that y'all say she need to do? Like, help me understand.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Right, I ain't gonna lie, I feel for Portia this week because it's like, goddamn, the child, she just can't win. First, y'all say she dumb and she need to use the sermon. Then when she used the shit, then you get mad at her for using the shit. So it's like, what the? I would have took my ass back to Atlanta too. Shit.
I'd have been like, what these bitches want from a nigga.
Right. Somebody let me know.
I would have went full DMX on them hoes.
Right, I would have. You know what I would have done on the plane. I would have been hitting the dance that Cisco did in the video.
Correct.
When he was dancing on top of the car. I would have been just like that on my way to the airport back to Atlanta. Like, bye bye, bitches. So. But yeah, but speaking of dumb, Sheree too. Oh, go ahead.
While we was again, friend, we are completely in sync this week. Sheree really said that her bail buddy, her jail baby, was living better than her in jail because she had to sleep on the twin bed in the Airbnb.
Sheree, sweetie, he is in jail. I don't give a listen. A twin bed out of jail is way better than a twin bed in jail. Let's take
it one step further. A twin bed in a villa in Barcelona.
Like Sheree. What did this nigga like? This nigga must have did like
I know that nigga was sneaking out to get Sheree some dick.
Had to something
she
like
way too dumb.
She you are Sheree, sweetie. You are too damn old to be this damn stupid over a goddamn jailbird ass nigga. Did this nigga this nigga must have did Sheree like how they did Bucky in the Winter Soldier and brainwashed his ass or something, because this don't make no damn sense. She really this stupid over a nigga that's in jail, incarcerated. Yeah. Yes, London. London like, ooh.
I was like, okay, what's going on here?
I damn near fell off my bed when she said that shit. I was like, Sheree, sweetie, you have freedom. That trumps everything that your boo has. You have freedom. Like, sweetie, you are on the upper side. It's not green. It's not, the grass is not greener. Ain't no damn grass. It's bars. Like,
exactly.
All right, Sheree. Good to hear. Look, everybody. I think ain't that all that happened for her housewife?
Yeah, that's it.
It wasn't a lot, but it was juicy.
It was entertaining.
Yes.
I was thoroughly entertained by everything this week. Let me just say that. I was thoroughly entertained. I didn't get theater, but I got, these motherfuckers be tripping.
Right. We didn't get theater, but we got, y'all niggas is wilding.
Yes. Theater.
Correct. We won't see that until the reunions.
You can't say it yet, Pooh. You trying.
You trying.
But so let's move on to VH1. Hey, season finale of Love and Hip Hop New York. Thank God, Mona.
Yes.
Listen, let this be the last season in New York, please, until Mendeecees get out of jail.
Right.
Maybe boot this shit back up when it's time for Mendeecees to come home and bring back the League of Extraordinary Baby Mamas.
Right.
But
London is in agreement.
Yeah, until the season finale, the show had been shit.
Right.
Let me start off with this.
Mm-hmm. I think I know where you're going.
No, I'm at. Listen, if you have a job and you go to your job and your boss says, "Hey, you did great work on this job. I just need this one last thing to finish up the project. And you don't never do that one last thing to finish up the project. So your boss gets somebody else to do that one last thing and they get credit on the project. You can't be mad. I'm talking about Bree the broke, Bree the bitchy, Bree the retarded, Bree the ignorant, Bree the dumb.
Bree the bad wigs.
Bree the you need a hug. Like
Bree the extra.
I'm not a music person, but one thing I do recall is that oftentimes when like there's features or something, when you could get everybody in the studio together, you get everybody in the studio, y'all do y'all ad libs, this, that, and the third. And then sometimes you got to come in and separately record your verse or whatever the case may be, or sing your part over or whatever.
Right.
Safari asked that damn girl. He said he asked that damn girl multiple times to do her part, to send her verse in, and she never did. And so without her solo verse, he took her off the song. He put Cayenne on the song. And the only place where Safari fucked up at is he did not tell Bree he took her off the song.
Right. I do feel like he should have told her. That I will
Definitely should have told her.
Yes. However, with that said, this
I'm not begging you to get on a hit song.
Right. I'm not gonna. If Safari should have handled I know if he should have told her, but at the same time, if Bree's such the boss that she proclaims herself or carries herself to be, then you should have got your shit to Safari. Like everybody else had no problem getting their shit to Safari. What make you think you special?
Yeah, that was my issue.
Like, help me understand. Like, you think that he just supposed to wait for you specifically? Like, and then from the stunt that she pulled, it don't seem like your verse was even something that he should have waited on, to be perfectly fucking honest. I mean, help me understand. Like, unless I heard something that you didn't, Candace.
No,
I didn't hear shit spectacular.
Listen, the shit was all right. Okay, she was just all right. You know, it was cool.
Right, but it wasn't no shit where it just like,
ooh. It was dismissible if you couldn't finish doing what the fuck you needed to do.
Exactly.
Don't come to work making my job hard.
Right. So
and that's what she was doing.
Exactly. And so while we're here, listen, there are plenty of times where Cayenne is in the wrong and she fly off the handle and shit, but I'm not this one, because Bree just started that shit with her for no
got this bitch on here. Like, who is you?
Right. Like, if anybody, like, first of all, if you're gonna be mad at anybody, you should be mad at yourself. But if you don't, but knowing the bird that she is, she don't have any self-awareness. So the next person you should have been mad at is Safari. But
prior to that, so not prior to that. Did you notice how Rich was like, I didn't even know Bree was on this project. How you getting managed, and your manager don't know what the fuck you got going?
Oh, you know what? Shit, I forgot that Rich was managing her. That's how insignificant her and Rich have been as far as this music shit goes. I forgot he was managing her.
How your manager don't know what songs you hopping on to make sure, did you get that verse to Safari? Oh, shit. No, let me get in the studio and do this right quick, or whatever the case might be.
Right.
So I was just kind of like,
okay, first of all, you should be mad at yourself. Second of all, I know if, because again, she don't have no self-awareness because she's a bird. If the next person you want to get mad at, you should get mad at your manager. You should get mad at Rich. Then Safari. Cayenne had shit to do with that. And then Cayenne, like I said, usually when Cayenne turn up, it's like, okay, girl, like, I get it, but you wilding right now. This time, I feel she was justified in turning up because that was some unnecessary shit. She was cool and minding her fucking business.
And then Bree was getting mad weird talking about you want to eat my pussy. Girl, what?
Right, like, are you okay? No, the fuck you not. So with that said, I don't understand why Jaquay was mad at Cayenne. Like, say what?
He a pussy.
Yeah. Cause it's like, and then at the same time, like, ain't Bree supposed to be your sis, your homie and shit? So like, you just gonna let your friend talk to your significant other any old kind of crazy, especially when your friend is in the wrong this time? Like, what?
Also, that made me wish Bianca had to put her pride to the side and got on that record, because Bree would have had a heart attack if she heard Bianca.
Yeah. That would have been my type of pity and carrying on.
Like, if after the shit aired, I would have went back to Safari like, nah, put me on this remix.
Right. I thrive off negativity.
Yeah.
I know.
Yandy hasn't been a significant force in the music game since she stopped managing Jim Jones.
And even then,
I want her to act like it. I want her. Let me tell you something. Musically, Safari is a bigger name than Yandy. Just the fact that his ex is Nicki Minaj makes him a bigger thing than you, sweetheart. Since when do that man need to get your direction on music like he wasn't helping manage one of the biggest names in hip hop? I has a confusion.
Yandy, explain.
Explain to me why. Tell me why you think anybody needs to seek your approval.
Yeah, and my thing is, what happened to it is for the it's for the people and this is for a good cause, Yandy. So did that shit leave in the islands? Like, help me, like, so which is it? Like, this is a whole bunch of
not even being funny. You couldn't even get a handle on Bree. Nobody's Bianca. I mean, nobody's coming to you for management.
So it's like, as usual, Yandy finds a way to make everything about her. Yandy, the only person I've seen that manages to make everything about her, but everything amounts to nothing. That is a feat. That is a skill. How you censor yourself and everything about you still don't amount to shit.
And you like, still can't make nothing move and shake.
The only thing you can move and shake is your bundles.
And your neck looks like it hurts. So even that is up in the air.
Correct. So and that's the other thing. Like, the one thing I think you said a while ago, the one thing she do got going for is her ass, and you don't even see her shaking that. Like, Yandy.
Be more useful.
Right.
Talk less. Show body more.
Right. Do what Judy was at your neck of your bonus for in the beginning of the season.
And peep how and Juju had a good point too. Like, every time Yandy get in her feelings about something, she don't give a fuck who she bail on. Like, Ari told her, hey, you was trying to take a little bit too much creative control of my project, and she got mad and walked out on Juju.
Like, Juju's supposed to be your friend. Like, what? Like, you know what? It's so interesting how the shoe is on the other foot, because Yandy was just this season telling Bianca about being the bigger person and being mature, but yet you walked out on your whole ass friend's play because you was mad at Safari over some shit that was his. When you do the clownery, ladies and gentlemen,
the clown comes back to bite.
I just find it interesting how, when it came to Bianca, she needed to mature. But when it comes to Yandy, she can be in her feelings and act immature as fuck. Now, with that said, that's not saying that Bianca didn't need to grow up in certain areas, because she do. That's not taken away from that point. But you can't talk that talk, Yandy, but also not walk that walk. That's all.
Correct.
That's all. So, but speaking,
You are
since we're here,
absolutely, positively, 100% correct.
thank you, friend. Thank you. Since we're here, since we're here at Safari, um, first of all, I can't. Safari has an obvious crush on Juju, and I can't be mad at Safari for that, because I think all of us have a crush on Juju because it's Juju.
Do. Yes, we do.
Uh, so, but with that said, I was gonna say this joke for the podcast, but with that said, it was noticeable to me. I don't know the timing of when they take this shit, but all I'm saying is Juju was glowing. She usually glows all the time, but she was glowing a little bit even more in this finale. And with the shit that done happened on the internet recently with Safari, we see you, Juju. We see you.
Oh yes. Listen, I got to have a woman to woman moment with my with our gay listeners and our women listeners. Listen, baby, Juju. Listen, Juju. I know you saw them pictures, girl,
Ah!
and I know you hit Safari was like, "Hey, big head, what you doing this weekend?" Hey, listen. Safari has always been attractive to me, but them nudes made Safari God status.
Listen. I gotta tell you something. I don't know. Like when the shit first happened. First of all, let me say this: as the cis het male delegation part of the podcast. Listen, guys, brethren, straight men, brethren. When some shit like that happen, don't be a weirdo. Let women and gay brethren, let them enjoy things. Don't be a weirdo. Don't First of all, don't embarrass yourself and tell on yourself. That's first and foremost. But then also, don't be a hater all your life, and don't be the fun police. Don't be the fun police. It's always, you know, while we're here, that's always been interesting to me, that like some of the main niggas that would be on like Twitter and shit that would talk about like women or, you know, whoever being the fun police when it comes to their jokes, but like when some shit like that happens, like it's a dick pic or some news leak or whatever and stuff, and women and gays are like, you know, cracking jokes or thirsting or lusting or whatever. Those same niggas will turn into the fun police. That's always been interesting to me. But with that said, it was, I don't know, like at first when the shit first happened, people were saying like somebody hacked Safari or whatever. But then then it came out like he leaked the shit himself. I would say this: the nigga, if he leaked the shit himself, the nigga had a song the next day released. So if this nigga did all that shit on purpose, that is excellent marketing.
Listen, let me tell you something. I'm about to liken this to when Amber Rose nudes leaked.
Yes.
Listen, Safari is the male version of Amber Rose nudes. Let me get that out there because it needs to be discussed. It needed to be said.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. I fucks with the theory.
The shit was perfect. His news perfect.
Then the nigga released a song the next day. That is excellent marketing.
Excellent.
But
So
don't be a hater all your life, straight guys. Don't be a hater all your life. Don't be weird.
please
Uh, but yeah, we
be
see
a
you,
greater
Juju.
nigga, not a hater nigga.
Right, be a greater hoe, not a hater hoe. But yeah, we see you, Juju. We saw you grinning. Hey, hey, that, hey, hey, I could just hey, I could just picture Juju sending that nigga like a GIF or something, like a Beyonce GIF or something.
Grinning and grinning.
Hey, hey, you know when Juju saw that shit, she said that nigga that damn Rihanna that damn Rihanna GIF where she that one where she like cut her eyes and she like like that like that.
Yeah, that's the move.
We see you, Juju. We see you.
I see you, baby.
Um, so I'm gonna set this up for my friend here because I know she has been waiting to drag. So speaking of straight men and being weird, um,
Speaking of
straight,
hater niggas,
speaking of hater hoes, so straight men have a tendency sometimes to be some of the chattiest of the baddies and some of the most run tail that niggas, which is a stereotype that's often heaped on women, but no, men do that shit too. So in messy, in messy man crush Mondays. So diabetes dollars.
hey,
Too far?
hey,
Okay, cool.
hey, go away.
So diabetes Gonzalez. So in this finale, so Ruben and Anais decide to work out their marriage.
Yep,
Ruben let her know, like, hey, you do this shit again, I'm putting your ass out.
yep.
uh, which I, uh, I good the hell look, Ruben. That's all I'll say. I ain't gonna say good the hell look, everybody, because I personally don't care for Anais. But I would say good the hell look, Ruben, because Ruben seems like a stand-up dude. He really does.
Yeah,
So
he
they
does.
decide to. Oh, go ahead.
No, yeah, he does. He does. He does.
He seems like a stand-up guy. We still don't know what the fuck that nigga do, but whatever it is, he got to be legit. Whatever the fuck he do. So they decide to work out their marriage. So diabetes dollars. Besides, at this party that they're throwing, I don't forgot who threw the party, but
Hard.
yes, it was Safar's party. So Bitch Dollars decides.
Bitch dollars.
He decides that he gonna tell Ruben, congratulations on y'all working out y'all marriage. Because after Ruben saw him, Ruben went to Rich like, hey, look, we working out our marriage, no hard feelings. I know she lied to you about us getting a divorce or whatever. Let bygones be bygones, no bad blood, good night, can I buy you a drink or whatever? Extending an olive branch. This nigga, bitch dollars, decides to be like, hey, all good, bro. I mean, good luck with that. She showed her pussy to my man Jacquay. Uh, Go, Candace, just go. Go.
You hating ass, dirty macking ass, jealous ass. The power of the married pussy has been stripped from you, ass nigga. What is your purpose? That you wanted nothing to do with that girl. You want to be left alone. She left you alone. You run back and tell her husband some shit that ain't had nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you.
Woo! Yo, first of all,
For no reason other than the fact that you are jealous. You know, that shit there. Man, go ahead.
Rich, first of all, I can't stand your ass.
The power of the married pussy has been stripped from beach dollars.
I really cannot stand you, I swear. But first of all, I agree. And obviously London does too. Secondly, Rich Dollars went full lipstick alley. He went full lipstick alley, and I was thoroughly disgusted. I felt so bad for Ruben. He just got his wife back. They working the shit out. And normally I cannot stand Anais. But when she came over, first of all, she knew what time it was as soon as she saw Rich. That's number
Yeah,
one.
because she was like, what is he doing over there?
And then Jonathan was with her. And also usually Jonathan get on my nerves. But in this situation, I can't be mad at either one of them. They read Rich for fucking filth.
Nigga said Rich Dollars is a vagina.
You know what? I was like, you know what, Jonathan?
Fair.
Fair. Listen. Look, that was some hater hole run tell that messy. I can't think of a male name that start with M. Messy Mario. Let's go with that. Messy Mario ass bullshit. Like, just why would you say that to Ruben and he come over extending an olive branch when most dudes, even if the fact that Anais lied to Rich, most dudes would want Rich's fade.
Yeah.
So the fact that this man came over like, hey, bygones be bygones, no bad blood, extending an olive branch to your messy ass, and then for you to pull some shit like that, not only disrespecting him, then also throwing Jacquay under the fucking bus. Like, Rich, this is why your mama read you for fifth, Rich, because you have learned nothing.
Nothing.
This is why your mama read.
You haven't learned how to mind your business.
This is why your mama was like, I don't believe you, Richard.
Bitch dollars.
God. Correct. If it weren't for the fucking, he was gonna be our truly trash of the week, but earlier we had to drag the lawmakers in my stupid ass state. But he a close second, goddamn it, because that shit was. Ruben should have beat the insulin out that nigga.
Hey, listen, should have put that nigga in a diabetic coma.
Right. I'm sorry, like Rich, you have learned nothing, not a goddamn thing. Anyway, so was it anything else that happened this finale? I'm trying to think.
No. Let's go. We about to go to Miami because I'm ready for Miami.
Ooh. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack with Miami. So first and foremost, go ahead.
Where we gonna start at? Let's start with Malik and them.
That's where I was gonna go.
Okay. Malik is an insecure gay man, so much so that he's really homophobic and constantly taking it out on everybody else, and kind of tired of it. On top of the fact that from the first time I saw Malik come across my TV screen, nothing about him said cishet. Nothing about him said straight male. He has always looked and acted like a flamboyant type gay man.
Right. Always. His mannerisms, the way he carry himself. I mean, the motherfucker, the way he dresses, like the motherfucker wears chiffon. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here?
Like, let's fucking talk about it. And
like, help me understand.
I have an issue with even gay men using the F word maliciously. I know that gay people use it in the community at times the way we use nigga as like term of, colloquial, jovial interaction and endearment. But you could tell when, first of all, when Prince sent that band of, I don't know if it wasn't mariachi. It kind of reminded me of like a New Orleans style type of band, like something you'll see at Mardi Gras, into Michelle Pooch, whatever party. First of all, that is how you get under somebody's skin without throwing drinks in their face and getting physical.
Yeah, I that's my type of carrying on. Like when I first saw it, I was like, nigga, did he bring Wakanda to Miami?
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Two,
it spiced up that dry ass whatever the fuck she was having. Cause that shit was corny.
Right. First of all, that was the first of all, that shit was dead. That's number one. That shit was dead, and that shit was Silence of the Lambs. That shit was dead with a T, dead. So him doing that, even though it was petty,
was dead as T'Chaka one eye.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, you didn't lie, friend, but still.
Okay.
You are a terrible person.
Correct.
But yes. So in Prince's act of petty, it actually, you know what? It worked out both ways. Her event got turned up, except for Malik Wilding, and also he got his petty on. That's my type of carrying on. When you can, when you can make your enemies your footstool and not be malicious to you or your enemies. That's my type of carrying on.
I love that shit. It made me happy.
Right. That's the type of carrying on I goes up for. But the fact that, see, a couple of things with Malik. One, not only is he homophobic, which is fucked up and wrong regardless of who it is, but you homophobic towards your own, and then even the way that you came out on this show was trash, because you came out cheating with your ex, who was cheating with you on his current boyfriend at the time. So the way that you even came out, and again, I listen, I know my cishet place, so I know, my boundaries and shit. But I would think, and even like me and Curtis were talking about this when he came on, like just the way that he came out was just so trash, because I mean, you come out when you come out, but to come out essentially doing, like, cheating with somebody who's doing their significant other wrong, like, that's trash. It really ain't no other way to come around it. And then, which, speaking of Malik, that'll come full circle in a second. But I just like the way that he carried himself, the way, like, he talked to those people. Like, at first I didn't know what the fuck he said, but then I had to go back and look at the video on the website, and then when they show what they said, and I was like, oh, this nigga is using the F word, and you just coming to grips, quote unquote, with your sexuality. Like, what? Like, you might as well have stayed in the closet and pretended to be straight, because that's shit straight niggas do. Use that word. Like, the fuck? And then the fact that fucking Prince, a straight man, allegedly. That's a joke for Curtis. I'm sorry, but the fact that the fact that Prince had to go, the fact that Prince, a straight man, was apologizing for a gay man being homophobic to gay people. What? Huh?
Yeah, that shit was completely weird. And Prince, like, dude, I didn't know you was gonna be here. After he said that should have been the end of conversation.
Right. Like, that should have been the end. Like he took it, like, that's the other thing I don't get. Like, he took it so personal. You know what I mean? Like, which is funny how the shoe is on the other foot, because although it wasn't his fault, when Prince had that pool party, when Jeffrey was there with Malik, and Bobby showed up and fucked shit up, Prince, even though it was Malik's fault, Prince did not blame Malik for that, and Malik apologized. But Prince was like, we all good, bro. Just like, hey, like, you gotta you know, you my bro, I love you, but you know, sometimes you got to move with a little bit discernment too. Like you gotta, you know, pick your spots, and like if shit looking, you know, looking a little crazy, you gotta move, you know, just Michael Jackson slide to the left a little bit. But where the shoe is on the other foot, you just berating Prince. Just like Prince doing this shit to you himself personally. Like, what? I'll just Malik trash. That's really all I got. Malik trash.
Yeah, keep him.
Yeah, keep him on. Keep him.
Send him to hell. He don't deserve to be in Nan community.
Right. Just go straight to hell. He can be in the hell community.
Correct.
Speaking of him, go ahead.
Oh no, I was about to say. So Jeffrey should be tired of being treated like Jazz from Fresh Prince. Brother, you got to get your own apartment. Enough is a damn enough. You got to stop trying to play house with people you ain't been with but a hot second.
Right. First of all, this nigga done cheated on 2 exes and then got kicked out of both places. That's got to be a record. In the span of just 6 episodes, that's got to be like a record or some shit.
Gotta be.
However many episodes. I think it can't be no more than like 8 episodes we had in Miami, I think. Because it was kind of a short season. Because Atlanta about to start next week or so, ain't it?
Yeah, March 19th.
Yeah. So, first of all, we done had a short first season, which I think it was, because the finale next week. But yeah, so this nigga Jeffrey done 2 times on 2 exes, done got kicked out of both, and then got dragged by both. like your shooting percentage is very, very poor right now, Jeffrey. You just need to be by yourself. Get your house in order. Get you a house, and then get your house in order. Cause goddamn, Jeffrey.
Yeah. First off, Jeffrey didn't do anything wrong.
He didn't.
Let me say that.
Honestly, he didn't. This time.
He didn't do anything wrong this time.
Right. I mean, we can't forget he's still trash, but this time.
People have this thing where they feel like you got to be at odds with every ex, and I don't believe that.
Me either.
I don't feel like you need to be at odds with every single ex, first and foremost.
Correct.
2, going to support another gay artist, I feel like that's your almost responsibility in the community, especially when hip hop is so homophobic. And the music scene in general is so homophobic, like R&B, hip hop, so much homophobia, especially towards black men. Women could get away with it a little bit, but black men aren't allowed the right to be homophobic in hip hop. Like, aren't allowed to be gay and open in hip hop. Pardon me.
Right.
So
I think it was. Not to cut you off, I just want to make a quick point. I think, considering how Jeffrey and Bobby ended off, and also the point that you just made, I thought it was very big and a good thing that that Jeffrey went, because you can tell Bobby still cares for Jeffrey, even though Jeffrey cheated on him. And also Jeffrey, no matter how manipulative he wanted to be and how tough he tried to act, he still cares for Bobby, even though Bobby hit him. And like you said, I'm also of the mindset that you don't have to be at odds with every ex. Now, if they do some foul shit, like, then okay. But like, if it was just something where it's like, it just didn't work out or whatever, then you don't need to be at odds with every ex or whatever. And even if it did end bad, if y'all can reconcile and still be cool, I think that's okay. Like again, like, I didn't see an issue with Jeffrey going to Bobby's event, and obviously it meant a lot to Bobby. They embraced, they was cordial, they was actually smiling and hugging and all that stuff. I thought it was very good. And this nigga Malik, This nigga Malik had Jeffrey shit out the fucking door when he came. Like what?
Mad weird.
And speaking of Malik's homophobia, he is really homophobic towards more feminine gay men because he degrades Bobby. He calls Bobby a creature. He calls Bobby a punk pejoratively. And you can tell this in the way that straight people do say pejorative towards gay men, calling them a punk and stuff. Like he talks about Bobby's makeup, all this, that, and the third. And it's like, my nigga, like, as feminine as Bobby is, and obviously not all the time because he can turn up and be irritating, but recently the way that he has moved as like a talent and like as an artist, he is more man than you will probably ever be, Malik. And like that's the truth in the true shade. Like Bobby is more of a man than you probably will ever be because you are too. Bobby is a proud gay man. You are an insecure, internally homophobic gay man, and it shows in your misery and you taking it out on everybody. Because honestly, if this is what I always say, if you gonna drag somebody for being trash, drag them for being trash. Don't drag them for some shit that ain't trash and then try to harp it on, acting like you dragging them for a just reason. Because there wasn't no reason for you to be that goddamn mad with Jeffrey, especially the how you and Jeffrey got together. I'm sorry, but if you and Jeffrey got together in clownery, you have no. Well, I don't want to say you don't have no right, but it looks mad funny. You have an issue with Jeffrey doing clownery, and I'm using that in quotes because, again, in this situation, Jeffrey wasn't doing clownery. It's mad funny seeing you be mad at Jeffrey doing clownery, seeing as how y'all got together was clownery. That is very interesting, Malik. Very, very interesting.
Very interesting.
And by interesting, I mean you need to have a Coke and a smile and get the peanut butter off your tongue for you sounding like that and shut the fuck up.
Hey, did you just tell that man to get the peanut butter off his goddamn tongue?
Yes, you cannot tell me that motherfucker don't talk like he got Jiffy on his goddamn tongue every motherfucking episode. I'll wait for the lie.
That's enough.
Okay, cool. All right.
That's enough, okay?
All right.
I'm tired of you.
All right. You can't tell
tired
me.
Of you.
Like, you know what Malik sound like? Like, like, like if Elmer Fudd was in Vogue, it would be Malik.
Hey, go away.
Okay, cool. All right.
I'm just saying. Okay. You ain't live, but still.
All right. Fair enough. But yeah, Malik is trash, and I ain't got time. And Jeffrey, get your own place so you won't keep getting put out. Cause goddamn.
Yeah, seriously.
Like you might as well live in a goddamn car like Steve Harvey did at this point. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, pretty much.
So shit. What else happened this episode?
Trina and Bobby Lights.
Yeah, y'all. Oh yeah, I knew we was in the ballpark. Yeah, Trina and Bobby. So go ahead, because you had thoughts on this.
I had some thoughts on this. So initially, when we saw Trina and Bobby Lights together, Trina basically said Bobby too extra. He always coming around turned up. He doing this, he doing that. She don't want that energy around her. And at first I was like, okay, cool, I feel that. I got you. And then it clicked on me one day. You friends with Trick Daddy, a misogynist, in the past, a homophobe.
Now, don't lose that train of thought. I would like to say this. It surprised me that Trick Daddy was a homophobic towards Bobby. Now, with that said, like you said, like he definitely has been homophobic in the past, and it may just be a thing where he still could be homophobic, but he's just not homophobic towards Bobby. You know, we just saw that one instance, but I it surprised me that he was not homophobic with Bobby, and it also seemed like he genuinely admires Bobby's talent because Bobby is talented. He be wilding sometimes. I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and lie, but I do agree. I'm picking up what you're putting down with your point, which I will let you continue, friend. Just want to throw that out
there. No way that you as an artist are around all types of people all the time. The gay community go up for Trina all the time, and the type of gay men that mess with Trina music are Bobby Lights.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Bobby Lights that love Trina music.
Mm-hmm.
Trick Daddy is obnoxious, and I'm pretty sure at the height of his career, he was turned up and hella extra and always had some shit going.
Mm-hmm.
So for that to be Trina reckoning for how she reckons not supporting or being there or doing anything related to Bobby and his attempt to get his music career off the ground, I'm calling bullshit and shenanigans.
You know what?
Because there's no way you gonna tell me you rather work with Tip Drill, who taking nothing from her. I never really heard too much of her music to say how good or bad it is, but not hearing any of her music at this day and age in social media lets me know how good or bad it is. You going up, you letting Tip Drill open for you and this, that, and the third, but you telling me you telling me giving your cousin a shot when he has clear talent is not something you could do because he flamboyant and he a little loud and obnoxious. Girl, good fucking night. Some of the men that Trina has worked with on music have been Bobby Light in straight man form. Loud, obnoxious, drunk, turned up, high, disrespecting women.
Yeah. I'm
not even trying to be.
No, I wasn't like, I don't disagree with you. I think what it is, I think Trina would have a point if it was solely that Bobby shouldn't feel like he is old to be put on just because he Trina cousin, which I think that's a valid point. But when Trina goes into
even there, let me say this. I don't think it's a valid point. Let me say this. And when you talk about white people, when white people get some power, what's the first thing they do? Put their family and friends on. Bobby.
London said, yeah.
What's Miley Cyrus' daddy name? Bobby Ray? Billy Ray?
Yeah. Billy Ray Cyrus, I think.
Billy Ray Cyrus, who built his fame and fortune from being a country star, went and built his daughter a Disney empire as Hannah Montana. White people do what we turn our noses down at all the time, and they turn it into generational wealth. Even at her greatest decline, Miley Cyrus is still getting Disney checks.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
She also, rebranded herself after the hip hop shit didn't work out. She retreated back to whiteness, yeah. Picking up what you put down.
I do honestly and truly feel like it's okay to give your family and friends a stepping stone when you know there's talent there. I'm not just saying pull a Trump and give your kids a job that you know they can't do.
Right.
I'm not saying pull a Trump, but when you know it's clear-cut talent there and you have the avenues and you have the connections to help your family attain wealth and not be latched onto yours, you give them the opportunity. I don't care how you feel about Bobby, because the fact of the matter is what Bobby is, who Bobby is, how Bobby will represent, there's an audience for him. There's an avenue for an openly gay rapper. And you refusing to help your cousin explore that lane, I do feel like Trina is kind of trash for that. And it was evident because when Joy told Trina about Bobby's listening party for his new single, she all but had to twist Trina's hand to get her to go.
Yeah, it seemed like she really didn't even want to be there.
Yeah, she didn't really even want to be there and was like, oh my God, he got talent. So in all of this was the first time you actually listened to your cousin's body of work, which when Bobby went on that podcast and pretty much told the truth in that Trina don't support anything he does, never has, don't put nothing behind him, don't even listen to his music, don't do none of that. And he was telling the truth, and he had a right to tell his truth. Let me get that out there. He had a right to tell his truth. He didn't lie. Because Trick Daddy was also on the podcast, and the way Trick Daddy said it, he's heard some of Bobby's music before. That single wasn't the first time.
Yeah.
He spoke of Bobby being talented as if he's heard more than one song from Bobby Light. And he was like, you are talented. There is a lane for you in this industry. You need to explore. You need to keep pushing. He can't even get that from his blood cousin.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you. I don't, like I said, I wasn't disagreeing. I feel you on the Owen thing. I do. I feel like if Trina would have kept it as solely the flamboyance, even though it would have been, I mean, not the flamboyance, but like the old thing, even though, you can argue holes in that like you just did. And, I hear you. I think she would have kept it at that, it would have came off more across, because it comes off as like she can't really support Bobby because Bobby problematic, which, okay, but then look at Trick Daddy. You know what I mean? So
it's like, okay, look at Trick Daddy. Okay, you dated Lil Wayne. Okay, you dated James Harden. You dated some niggas who say problematic things on a really consistent basis.
Yeah.
So this high horse you sitting on, I don't understand it. I feel like she could have talked to Bobby and been like, hey, Bobby, I want to support any and everything you do, but I need you to be more of a professional.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Yeah,
Trina could have had with him,
because you can definitely critique that about Bobby, and it's absolutely valid because he do, because I think we said it on the podcast before. He don't really have a business acumen. Now he could be getting that with this episode going forward. We'll have to continue to see, but I think that is valid. Like he got to learn how to have some business decorum.
Correct.
Now that I feel Trina can say to him and it be accurate and she wouldn't be wrong in that. But
the way Trina has come at Bobby, it has been like she hasn't listened to shit he's done. Don't care. You loud and you rude and you this and you that and the third. So I'm good on anything pertaining to you. And I feel like that is shit. I feel like it is shit. Because Trina being a former stripper and this, that, and the third, imagine Trick Daddy treating her the way she treats Bobby. Girl, you ain't nothing but a goddamn stripper. Nobody want to hear no fucking strippers rap.
Tighten up.
Yeah, nobody gonna respect you in the music game. You a stripper. Like, had that been how she was treated, we wouldn't know who the hell Trina is.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of like I'm on the fence about how Trina carries Bobby. But let me say this, Bobby, that little single slapping, hun. You
Agreed.
got that. You did that. I like that shit.
Right.
I'm with you there.
Right. That was lit, Bobby. I gotta admit. I was like, oh, okay. This a little bop. All right.
Yeah. Like that.
Okay. Keep that energy, Bobby. And just, you use some decorum sometimes.
Please.
Please. I ain't saying like when you justify it turn up. But otherwise, sometimes just use a teeny bit of decorum, Bobby. Just a teeny.
Turn that.
Right. So sometimes go natural. Don't put on the Fenty sometimes.
Exactly. But I think that's it for Miami. Next week is the season finale of Veronica Vega and Amara.
I can already tell by the preview that Young Hollywood is going to annoy us because he's Young Hollywood and he's still trash. I was just like,
they're all annoying me at this point, and I'm tired of it.
That's valid. That's valid.
Keep them all.
That's valid.
Let's go to the last show for the week. Let's get to Black Ink, and I feel like we got two main points to cover here: Sky and Oh Shit and Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Oh Shit and Nikki. Nikki ain't pregnant. The end.
Short, sweet, to the point.
Nikki's not pregnant then. Let me tell you something. I've been pregnant. You can hear the proof of my pregnancy right here.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki said she was 8 months pregnant. I think in pregnancy weeks at 8 months, if you actually think of months, you think like 8 months is 32 weeks, but it's a little bit more because when you take into account the month that you have to take into account how like every month is not a perfect 4 weeks or whatever, right? You got them few leftover days and shit, whatever the case. At 8 months, Nikki would be about 36 weeks. That's 8 months. I think that's what they consider 8 months in pregnancy weeks.
Yeah.
And then 9 months is if you make it to 40 weeks, basically. Give or take.
Yeah.
At 36 weeks, and I'm just breaking this down because I don't want y'all to feel like I'm being malicious and how can another mom be malicious and this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. At 36 weeks, you are 1 week away from being full term. If you have to give birth early, like let's say a woman has like preeclampsia or she's really high risk because she's a diabetic, like I was a diabetic, or whatever the case may be. If I would have gone into labor, or if something might have been wrong, like my blood sugars would have been super high and they couldn't control them or something, they would have taken London at 37 weeks because she was fully capable. Her lungs were developed. Everything was what it should have been. She could have came into the world and she would be okay. At 8 months, that means Nikki's 37 weeks. She's 1 week from being technically full term. Why in the previews we don't see no baby for next week?
So math ain't mathing.
Now, unless they cut them previews to look shady like that, ain't no baby.
Yeah, which I wouldn't put it above them because I mean this is Big Fish and VH1, so I wouldn't put it above them to be shady.
So I'll reword what I'm saying. Based on the previews from next week, ain't no baby.
Yeah,
she wasn't pregnant.
Yeah, based on the preview.
The way the previews look, there's no baby in sight. Now I could be wrong.
Yeah,
and the editing could be shady like that, and she very well could have had a baby, and the baby's perfectly healthy and ABCDEFG.
Yeah. And like we have been wrong on the podcast before, so we'll come back to the next episode and say we were wrong. We're not above that. It's just the way
the way it looks, she was never pregnant.
Yeah.
Because when shit is like, where's the baby? And she like,
what happened was,
and she's sitting on the couch. She ain't in the hospital. So some not adding up. 2 + 2 is not equaling 4. The shit equaling her chew.
Correct.
And Nikki is a scammer from way back in the gap.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to be a whole weirdo and a scammer to have baby registries and you ain't been pregnant.
When you do the scammery.
So, shit gonna run down to Atlanta to see what's going on with Nikki and this baby that she just sprung on him. And I'm anxious to see what kind of lies this broad done told.
Yeah, it's gonna be VV interesting.
Yeah, I don't care for Nikki at all.
Yeah, she trash. So that's about that on that.
That's about that, Scott.
Wait. Well, it ain't minor, but good for Walt and old girl. The receptionist, I forget her name, for not being weirdos for each other.
Oh yeah, and her putting Walt on with somebody new. And congratulations to Young Bae. She also got engaged as well.
Listen.
Is living her best life, and I'm
listen. Yes, Young Bae is living her best. The Bible says, "Do not touch my anointed," because Young Bae is living her best life right now. Her mama's okay. Her mama confronted her abusive ass daddy. Her daddy out the picture. She is engaged. She's pregnant. Just out here, just being cute and pregnant. Young Bae is out here flourishing.
So congratulations to Young Bae and her fiance. He
Correct.
seems like a nice guy. He was so excited when she announced she was pregnant. That made my heart swell.
Right.
And congrats to them. I saw her on Instagram. I follow her on Instagram, and she just as cute and pregnant as she could be. And it also looked like the shop manager Tatiana is pregnant too.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm shooting up the club in 115.
You stupid. Sky, fuck you. Let me lead with that. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Bitch, fuck you. Who the fuck are, what? Let me tell you something, bitch. Okay? You
Keep going. I got a sound. I'm gonna pull up a sound queued up for Sky. Keep going.
You claim that your mom gave your kids up for adoption while you were in jail. Now, I don't know the specifics of jail and adoption and kids and this, that, and the third, because I've never been to jail, bitch. I'm not no felon. So I can't tell you. I never even been arrested, bitch. Listen, I be living my best life out the way of the legal system. When you went to jail, Sky, you was 18. So I'm wondering how, as an adult legally, somebody was able to give your kids up for adoption without you signing any papers. I don't know the specifics. I'm not even about to Google it. What I will say is when you got your ass out of jail, instead of getting your life together so you could get your kids back, you went and started a whole new life as the mixie of New York in tattoo shops. You never went back to get your kids. Never went back after your kids. You never did. And so the fact that you feel obligated to have a relationship with them is disgusting. Those kids don't owe you shit. You left them to be raised by a white woman who looked like Gilbert Grape's mother.
Push pause. I got this. Sky, we here at the Ratchet Ramblers podcast want to send you a special message, and we just want to say this, guy. Fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, Sky.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Sky.
So I just recently saw Sky on Instagram with her youngest son. And that's nice that they have a relationship, but that oldest son still don't want shit to do with Sky. And I don't think he ever will. Because I think he truly understands just how trash she is.
Mm-hmm. Like it makes sense that the youngest one would be more forgiving and all that with Sky, but that oldest one.
Yeah, that oldest one.
Like that oldest. He like, nah, you still trash.
Shout out to Kitty for being about to get in Sky ass.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Kitty was fed up. Kitty normally get on my nerves, but she truly checked the fuck out of Sky.
Listen, let me tell you something. Kitty, if I don't know what the inverse of our truly trash of the week would be for people that do outstanding.
The treasure.
Truly, there you go.
Kitty, you are truly a treasure.
Truly a treasure. That's gonna be the show title, by the way. Kitty, you are truly treasure. Listen, normally you, like Candace said, you are annoying, but bravo, Kitty. You the real MVP. Listen, let me tell you something.
Now, why London was in here clapping with you?
London knows her uncle. London knows the good tea. That's what it is. She knows the good tea. But listen, I appreciate when people can check trash people without it being a whole production and just focusing on that trash individual. I can appreciate that. Because Kitty had a dead set to not only check Sky, if it was not for the goddamn security, she would have knocked the fuck out of Sky, and I would have been here for it.
Yeah. Also, it's not lost on me how Kitty don't give a fuck about none of C's gestures of getting back in her good graces.
Yo, cause that's the one thing we forgot last week is that C's and also being a good human being, which is still weird. He also still kind of trashed a little bit because he's trying to get back in Kitty good graces. I don't know, to try to fuck or whatever. And Kitty's like, yeah, that's cool. You apologize or whatever, and I appreciate it. But yeah, this Kitty factory is closed.
Yeah, he like, ain't no more Kitty around here. Kitty
ain't no more Kitty.
No more kitties. Yeah, so that was I think the season finale. No, maybe it's some more episodes, but next week the preview look lit because C's gonna try to sit down and talk to Scott's oldest son, and my guy gonna push the table to the side to try to beat C's the fuck up. So yeah. I'm ready. My body is ready.
Theater.
Finally.
Yes.
Waiting.
Correct. So I want to make a quick so Little Women came back and it wasn't much. Thankfully, Juicy didn't have cancer. Good for her. And I think, is it Amanda? Hold on, wait. I got, first of all, motherfucking Sam, girl, you grown as hell, acting like you in goddamn middle school, trying to date a boy. Like, girl, you grown as hell. This ain't no damn do you like me, yes or check yes or no damn letter and shit. The fuck had fucking Minnie and I think, was it Money? Yeah, had them over there and like, oh, he likes me, tee. Girl, you a grown ass woman. What the fuck? Are you okay? I'm sorry, that annoyed me so goddamn much. Like, she was talking about, oh, you're making me a little red over here. He hell. You grown as hell. The hell is wrong with you, Sam? The hell? You London laughing at me. So it was that, because Little Women was been dry, really, which is disappointing because it was juicy. Because I went back and watched the other seasons because I had to catch up. It was juicy before, but now it's kind of dry. It's kind of dry. But motherfucking Grown Up Hip Hop Atlanta. So Hip Hop Atlanta was kind of dry too. Good for Ayana.
Yeah.
Having surgery. Good for her dad showing up. Good for her dad and her girlfriend being supportive.
Yep.
Hoping her speedy recovery. Johnny Blaze and Bow Wow made up, which cool. Motherfucking JD damn what you and Lexi call that nigga? I forgot. What y'all call him? A chill plan or some shit y'all called him. That nigga ugly as sin. Yep. His motherfucking, I like all the other episode. His motherfucking daughter read his ass for fifth about how lame he is with that goddamn suit he had.
That windbreaker.
Yes. So it was kind of dry, but it was some nice moments. But I really just want to talk about Brandon Nash real quick. So first of all, shout out to his friend. I forget her name, but listen to me. And Candace can attest to this. I appreciate friends who will love you, but will also let you know when you wrong. And Brandon's friend, I forget her name, but she was like, yeah, I get that you going through, and trust me, I'm your friend. I know that you be going through and you have things that do affect you and that you do go through. But at the same time, you also wrong. And I appreciate that because I feel like, and no shade, but I feel like, especially in this day and age and how long we done been on social media and just living and shit, it's not enough people that will be like, hey, look, I'm your friend. I love you. I'm not going to toss you away. but you also wilding and you wrong right now. And I appreciate that shit. So this is here where I get my issue with Brandon. So motherfucking Brandon, talk to Dale. Dale like, look, you got to get out my house. Like, I love you, but you been wilding and you got to get out my house. This nigga start boohooing and is like, you just don't know Dale. Like, I love you, but I just have so of stuff going on and y'all don't see the real me and stuff. And it's like, nigga, even if that's true, that don't give you an excuse to do the shit that you have done to these people on the cast. Fucking Zanique, Regine, motherfucking Dale, motherfucking acting herself. Your mama, you like, ain't no god mama. That's my mama. Okay, cool. Then why you been mistreating your mama all this goddamn time? Like you boxing with your demons and took the shit out on everybody else. That shit ain't cool. Uncle Dan, what you go? Listen to me. I'm human. I go through shit. I don't put that shit on the people that I love. I don't put it, whatever I'm going through internally. I feel like as an adult, whatever I'm going through internally, be it good, bad, indifferent, I don't use that as an excuse to be trash to other people in general. Damn sure, especially not people that I love. So I'm sorry, but Brandon don't get to use that shit as an excuse for how he been wilding on Dale back then. I'm sorry. Like you still trash, Brandon. I mean, God bless you and good to hell look and whatever journey you going through, from which by the preview is probably for the most part looks like it's gonna be like he coming out as like, and I could be wrong, but it seems like he gonna come out as like I'm gay when it's kind of like kind of duh, but that's his journey or whatever. But yeah, nah, he don't get no pass from me using whatever demons he boxing with or going through as an excuse to how he done talk to Deb and talk shit about Deb and Zanique and Regine and everybody. And nah, not moved. Sorry, not sorry, not moved.
Yeah. I'm not a Brandon fan at all. I think he too goddamn old to always be in some shit. And
right.
As one of the oldest quote unquote hip hop kids, he should know better. And like Dad told him, you got bigger shit to focus on. Like, you supposed to be trying to start a label. How you always in some shit when you supposed to be starting a goddamn label?
Right. Moguls don't move like that.
Yeah, so
for the amount of shit that you talk.
Correct. Yeah. I think that's really all I had.
Same. So yeah, we I think that's about it, friend. I think that's it.
Yeah. So we go get up out of here, and we hope that y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. And for those of you over in winter states, stay strong. Spring is coming. God bless you. It's tax refund time. Go treat yourself to some Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits. And one of them fancy drinks with a pineapple and a cherry in it.
Correct.
And go be great.
Yeah, be a greater hoe and not a hater hoe. And never go full rich dollars.
Yeah, bitch dollars.
It's that Sugar Gonzalez. I forgot. I don't know if it was even you or Curtis that called that nigga that, but I want you to know that I hate and love both of you niggas all at once.
Thank you so much, friend. We do what we can.
But you all be good to yourselves, be good to others. We're gonna get up out of here. We will be back next week, and hopefully with everything wrapping up and the reunions starting, we will have theater, and we will be back to review it as we do every week. So with that said,
theater. She's saying that.
See, it's coming. It's coming. We keep recording this shit. She gonna fuck around and say theater, and we gonna have to like officially have her as like the fourth host or whatever. I mean, she kind of already is. I mean, she gonna be there anyway, So, but it's fine. So with that, we out.